we are here today speaking on behalf of one very courageous young woman and on behalf of all of those children who have been wounded, and on behalf more particularly on those children who will be if something more isn't done about the systematic problem and cover-up of child sexual abuse by the Vatican and top officials across the world. One of those children is the survivor who had the courage to find her voice, report it to police, come to us, and bring suit against the Diocese of Crookston. And as we learn more through this lawsuit and others like it across the country, we are realizing that notwithstanding what the pontiff and his lieutenants have been saying about how they have changed or how they are doing better, the evidence and the documents and the trails that we are uncovering as we speak are revealing to us that nothing has changed and it is business as usual.
The abuse of these two young girls was in 2004 and 2005. The Diocese of Crookston found out about the abuse in 2005 and sent this letter in December of 2005 to Cardinal Leveda. That the cleric was, so Jeyapaul was serving as an extern priest, and he abused a victim who was 16 years old.
Ratzinger, Pope Benedict, used to be in Leveda's position. And last week when we talked about the Murphy documents, there was reference to Cardinal Bertone. Cardinal Bertone occupies the same position then in connection with Murphy as Amata occupied in connection to Ratzinger. So this is the head of the Congregation for the Doctrine of the Faith acting on behalf of the Vatican through the secretary.
The second young girl at the time, reported to Bishop Balke, who reported in this letter to Cardinal Leveda that Father Jeyapaul had rubbed up against her in the rectory at Middle River, in the confessional at Middle River, and then fondled her breasts, exposed himself to her, and forced his penis down her mouth, into her mouth. In that same letter to the Vatican, to the Congregation of the Doctrine of Faith, a quote, he says, "Because of the date of the alleged misconduct, it is impossible to say that Father Jeyapaul does not at present pose a risk to minors." Bishop Balke directly to the Vatican, the Congregation for the Doctrine of Faith, saying, right now, at present, in 2006, Jeyapaul poses a risk to minors. The county attorney's office in Roseau County, Minnesota, is now looking at this, and that the county attorneys are intending to extradite Jeyapaul, and he wants information on Jeyapaul's current location. In this letter from Jeyapaul in 2007, after all the reports to the Vatican about Jeyapaul's sexual abuse of minors, Jeyapaul writes, "I am now Secretary of the Diocesan Commission for Education." This is in India. This is what he's doing in India, that the Vatican is letting Jeyapaul do in India after these reports of abuse.
So are you optimistic that justice will be served and that we'll see change at the top?
I always believe that we have to do what we're doing and that change is underway, and I believe that we're at a tipping point. I believe that the cumulative disclosure of survivors breaking the silence, being given permission to break the silence across the globe, not just in the U.S., every day in some way. Hundreds and thousands and now tens of survivors coming forward is making a difference. I believe that. And I believe that we, working with them and others like us, are making a difference. And the thing that is seeming to make a difference is it's getting to the public attention. And the more it does, the more our kids are safe and at less peril.